both installed our front ends. We each got a couple hundred miles on them. Graham here did the Fox inserts, and I again did the Russ Werner mount RS1F. His front cartridges that I got secondhand. I'd already done the rears too. Graham's still running stock rears, so we're gonna do a little review for you guys and try to compare the two. We both rode each other's bikes to get a feel for the two of them. What do you think about yours?
I think mine are 10 times better than stock. They suck up all the little bumps. You don't feel anything. Bike's planted, handles really well. Diving from stock suspension's about cut in half. It still dives a little bit, but not terrible. Definitely feels way more on rails than it did factory.
So mine, as far as handling, it really doesn't dive at all. Don't quote me on this. I honestly think the bike sits almost like a ½ inch taller, just because I think the factory suspension actually let the front sag a little bit. It actually just feels taller in the front. This thing is really dialed like it's on rails, almost to the point where you're giving up a tad of comfort. To explain it, I would say for mine, I think it's 60% handling and 40% ride comfort. I noticed when I first got on it, you start to feel stuff like tar seams and little cracks on the road that you can't even see, and not in a bad way, not like aggressive or harsh. It feels so planted to the road that you have this positive rebound where it just feels so connected, but you're feeling little stuff in the road. So in other words, I would say this is more like a track performance. If that's what you're looking for, I would vote for that. After riding Graham's, I think he really had more of a 50-50 blend of comfort and handling. I mean, night and day better than the Harley, but a little more forgiving is something if you want to ride all day, which is where I'm kind of torn with mine. I mean,
yeah, and that feels more like a street bike. I mean, the front end, it just feels planted like a street bike. Like, no matter what speed you go, you got confidence going to a corner and you're coming out the other side. No problems at all. This is also on rail, drive it right in there. It's just a little bit more forgiving on the little bumps. And I still have the stock rear suspension. And now that I've done the front, the rear feels like crap. He has the Russ Werner mount rears, and they are just absolutely amazing. In my opinion.
That's what drove me to buy the front. I mean, the rears, I think you can tune them either way, but comfort on those is amazing. I mean, there's almost 4 inches of travel. Same thing, the bike feels planted and symmetrical. I swear on the stock suspension with the two different styles on either side, it's almost like you could feel the flex on the bike. This thing, I mean, it feels planted now. Absolutely thrilled with the rears. The front, I think it really comes down to you got to weigh what you want more comfort or more performance, because one comes at the cost of the other.
Yeah, I mean, they're both great. They're both miles above stock suspension.
And I think the other thing is worth mentioning, the Fox definitely gets a win for the cost. The Fox was
was $550.
Right, and mine, if I bought 11. For about that because I bought them used, but brand new they're almost, I think, $1,200. You can see where Fox can save money because they only did all the valving on one side, but they probably also save it more production, economies of scale, whereas these are handmade in California. Both a great product. I don't think you'd be unhappy with either one. I think you really just got to weigh to whether you want more performance or more handling. So if you guys like what you see so far, please like and subscribe. We got a lot more stuff coming, new parts, new projects. I mean, both got pretty new bikes here. We're headed out to Sturgis this year. We got a lot we want to share. Got anything in particular you want to see, leave us a comment. If you want a certain review of anything we have, whatever you want, like and subscribe, and
drop a comment down below. Hit that like button.
Yeah, what he said.
And Pro Pipe swap the world.